If you're looking to get into the sport of cowboy action shooting, I can almost guarantee that you won't have to figure out the ropes of the game on your own. Find anyone on the range who's been shooting a while, and I bet you they'll tell you stories of cowboys and cowgirls who took them under their wing and helped them learn the ins and outs of the sport. Hi, I'm Branchwater Jack, and I'm going to tell you about my mentor and hero this week on the firing line. When I showed up at the home range of the War Trace Regulators on a work day, this one cowboy immediately put me to work helping him build a new fence to control splatter on the range. That was long enough ago that fence is about to be replaced. But since that meeting, he has always been a wise mentor, a helpful coach, and a great friend. Let me introduce you to Papa Dave. I'm Branchwater Jack, and we're sitting here having a conversation with my good friend, Papa Dave. Dave, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was vice president of a company in New Jersey, and then I moved to Florida and got involved with cowboy shooting and was a sales engineering and sheet metal company for the last 50 years. And then I started cowboy shooting, and I am 86 years old, and I still enjoy the cowboy shooting. It's a good sport to be in, to associate with people. You got to realize that when you go fishing, you're all by yourself or with another partner. But when you come to cowboy shooting, you got a lot of friends, and a lot of people to meet and talk to. And
even though that you've been doing this since 1997, just me personally watching you over the years that I've known you, I've noticed that you've always looked still for ways to improve your game. Tell me about that process.
well, the process is that as you keep shooting year after year after year, you want to get better and better. In order to get better and better, you have to look for ways that make you better and better. It's either by better guns, different type of ammunition, different type of powder charges and things like that. And I started out with 45s, and they were like shooting cannons. And of course, then I went to 32-20s. Okay, one of the highlights of my shooting career, there was 4 of us that went to California. We went there dressed like cowboys, like the OK Corral. And in the airports, we had more people talk to us about what was going on and how sharp we looked as cowboys. And even when we opened up our cases with all our guns and things like that, the security people came over and they thought these guns were just beautiful guns and things like that. And of course, this was a while back, and we didn't have all this problems with terrorists and things like that. That was my biggest time. In fact, 2 weeks later, I sent my granddaughter back to Texas because she spent the summer with me. And we went to the same airport, and the same person that was behind the counter saw me, and she said, "Oh, you're Papa Dave. You came through here a couple of weeks ago." And it was just made my day that she remembered me for all the people that went through the airport. Because we were all dressed up in top hats and big hats and frock coats. Great. Had a great time.
All right.
While the sport of cowboy action shooting continues to evolve, one thing has remained. This sport is full of competitive shooters who strap on their gun leather, holster their 6 guns, and wait for their chance to tackle the next stage. I hope you get the chance to meet some of these great people who are actively working to improve the game one match at a time. Or perhaps you could be a mentor to somebody new yourself. I'm Branchwater Jack, and we'll see you next time on The Firing Line.